Life is a time pass. क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो हमारी राय सो हमारी राय. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Pass you even zero complete level. मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We are studying Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, and in the second chapter, we are now taking our dive deep into our being. In the first chapter, it was basically karma kanda oriented, and we are lost in that. The purpose of study of Upanishad is to know the self, the non-dual absolute. That is the purpose. So, in first chapter that was removed. Then in the second chapter, the story begins. Gargya and Ajatashatru. Gargya is only a parrot who has studied Upanishad or scriptures and only talks about, no experience. And his talking is also with the wrong or incomplete understanding. So he himself comes and tells, I want to tell you Brahmadnyanam. Whether he wants or not, who are you to give? See? But he tells, no, I want to give Brahmadnyanam. Ajatashatru immediately understands. He said, yes, you are giving me, so I must give you first. So he gives him 1,000 cows. And then he starts teaching Ajatashatru, who is established in the Absolute. So the story begins. He goes and telling, this is what Atma is, this is what Brahma is, this is what Brahma is, this is what I am doing Upasana, you also do, I am doing, you also do. Like there are 15, 20 of them he tells. All of them were negated. And in the 13th mantra, he comes to the last point. So, hovacha gargyo ya evam atma evam ayam atmani purusha etam eva aha brahmopase itiha hovacha ajatashatru ma etasmin samvadishta atmanviti va aham etam upaseha ya evam etam upaste atmanvi bhavati. See? So Gargya said, now the Atma, the self, that is the Purusha, and he is to be worshipped or done the Upasana. See, the word is Upasana. See, ye Purusham evam aham brahmopase. I have done this as the Upasana of Brahman. So in his understanding, Brahman is attained by Upasana. See, that which is attained through karma and upasana is not the truth. But this is what happens with most of us. We get lost in the karma. See, satkarma karna hai, and then you should not do something wrong. Karma, and then you will go to hell and heaven, do dan dharma, Hare Ram Ram. Enough, yaar. This point you should be very clear after listening to Corona festival. See, social service is not spiritual life. Should be very clear. Don't get confused or lost. Spiritual life is not to discuss, argue with anybody on any topic. See? देखो सुनो मत बोलो. No need. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. Life is a time pass. Hold on to these principles. See? So, he understood that this upasana and karma is necessary for attaining the Brahman. Therefore, he said, this Atma, Atmani Prajapatau Buddhau cha Hrudi cha Eka Devata. See? Therefore, Prajapati, the Hiranyagarbha, the totality, the Samashti, Buddhi, the individuality, and both of them are together in the body as the Atma, in the Hridaya as the Atma. Therefore, you have to do the upasana of this Atma. Now see what happens. This is the upasana which is indicated by all the yogis and tapasvis and siddha mahatmas. See? Therefore, Bhagavan Shankara in one of his commentary writes, those people who are following this path, they ultimately reach up to Hiranyagarbha, they do not transcend. Therefore, you will see such Mahatmas, they have got their samadhis and people go there and do puja poti and their desires are fulfilled and their problems are solved. And in this manner, you see in such places, only those who are having problems and desire fulfillment as the criteria of life, they go there in millions. See, instead of going there for fulfilling the desire, if there is some rare seeker who goes there to know the truth, then such rare seekers are benefited by the same Mahatmas. See, like the example, if you want to know, is from our Kathopanishad. Yamaraj is the Siddha Mahatma and Nachiket goes there. So all the people go to the Siddha Mahatmas for fulfilling desire. And what are the desire? Only two things, Dukkha Nivrutti and Nirankusha Trupti. For that. That is their desire. And they understand these desires can be fulfilled by Yoga Kshema. See, I should get what I want and whatever I have it should be protected. This is all the devotion or upasana of these Mahatmas. And when their desires are fulfilled, they are caught. Sa Pashuhi Devanam. It is said in this Upanishad only. See? And then we have only that and we do not go beyond the relative world. So here also it is said that he who is doing this kind of upasana, Prajapati Buddhi and in his own heart as Atma, so for them there is one Atma per body. See, this is how they come. And the teacher, the Ajata Shatru, he said very clearly. See? Atmani Prajapato Buddhau cha Hrudi chaika devata tasya atmanvi atmavan iti visheshanam phalam. Phalam, see, it is a result, karma phala. So, the self or the Brahman is not the phala, the effect of any cause. See, friend, when you do upasana or karma, you will get karma phala. You read all these various stotras. What is said there? Ultimately, at the end, the same thing is said. See, putrarthi labhet putram, dhanarthi labhet dhanam, kamarthi labhet kamam, moksharthi. That means you want something out of your karma and upasana. See, and what is the mantra? Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. If we are ready with this bargain, that spiritual life will not give us anything. If you are ready, you are welcome. If we have this notion that what will I get, then you are in the wrong place. See? It is okay for the kids to tell them, see, if you study, then I will give you chocolate. If you study, I will give you a watch. If you study, I will take you for a movie. See? But when you are grown up, That time you are not required to be told to fulfill the desire. See? So, such a person who is thus focusing attention on the Atma, so he becomes the soul, the Atma. And then I am Atma in my body, you are Atma in your body. See? So, where we are lost, totality is Hiranyagarbha and individuality is Tejas. Totality is Vaishvanara and individual is Vishwa. Totality is Prajna, totality is Ishvara and individuality is Prajna. So in this manner, these two, total individual. So this person who say Atma is to be done Upasana as the Brahman, then you are only remaining within the totality, within the relative world. See, whether you are a citizen with one vote, or you are a prime minister with all the votes, you are still in the same country. See, you may be the prime minister of your country, but in other places you are not. Because your position is in relation to the time, space and object. Get these points very clear. Therefore, such a person, Atmanviha bhavati, Atmavan bhavati. He becomes Atmavan, he is more and more composed within himself. Atman vinihasya prajavati. And then his children also become the same, they become very strong personalities. See? स्वयं परिज्ञातत्वे नैव क्रमेण प्रत्याख्यातेषु ब्रह्मसु स गार्ग्यः क्षीण ब्रह्म विज्ञान अप्रतिभासमाना उत्तर तूष्णीम अवाशिरा आस. See, therefore, more than this, is there anything? He has nothing to say. And therefore, when systematically, one by one, see, kramena pratyakhyateshu, all his suggestions that this is the Brahman, you do Upasana, all of them were negated and the shortcoming in that was indicated. And then he came to this point. Gargyaha Kshira Brahma Vijnana. He didn't know much more beyond this. So, Apratibhasamana Uttara Tushtim Avakshira Asa. Therefore, he was not able to go further, he has no reply, he has no nothing, and therefore he lowered his head. Earlier he came with the arrogance, I can teach you Brahman. See friends, therefore yesterday also I told you, scientific minded people, they can never know the truth unless they give up their scientific approach to the reality. Scientific approach to reality is strengthening, justifying, arguing, and all these things keep you entangled in the relative world. In absolute, there is no discussion, there is nothing to gain. See? So, Kshira Brahma Vijnana, he didn't know much more than this, that's all I know. And therefore, he didn't find out any other answer. And therefore, he avachira, he bent down his head and was feeling very bad. See? Up to here we have seen yesterday. Now we enter the 14th mantra. Sahovacha ajata shatruhu etavannu इत्येतावधि नैतावता विदितं भवतीति सहोवाच गार्ग्य उपत्वा यानीति. सहोवाच अजातशत्रुः. See, Ajatashatru said, Etavannu iti. What he said? This is all. Brahman is only this much. Do you know something more than this? Etavannu. Kim etavat Brahma nirjnatam. Is this the only Brahman to be known? Or is there something more to be known? See? This is what we are known. Ahos with kim adhikam api asti iti. Is there something more than this that you want to tell me? Itara ahitavadhiti. See? So, aha etavadhiti. He said, no, I know only this much. Naitavata viditena brahma viditam bhavati. Maharaj Ajata Shatru said, Na etavata viditena brahma viditam bhavati. By knowing only this much, the Brahma is not known. That means you have known the Brahma, a manifest Brahma, not the absolute one. See, what is the manifest Brahman? Apara Brahma. This rule we are told number of times. The unknown is told with reference to the known. So what this Garge has done, he has taken the known and with that the unknown was indicated, and that indicated was a result of karma and upasana. See, it means what? Those who are not karma and upasana, they are not Brahman, they are not divine. And those who have done, they are only divine. No. It is beyond cause and effect. And therefore, na etavata viditine brahma viditam bhavati. So what he came to know, the Brahma as ultimately, here say Atma is the Jiva. So he came to conclusion this, the Jiva is the Brahman. See. And this is to be known. So he is mistaking the relative for the absolute. Ajadashatu kimartham garvitosi brahmate brahminiti. Then why you were so much arrogant and full of arrogance that I will teach you Brahman? Kim etavat viditam evana bhavati. To know only this much is not called a realization. See? Iti uchyate na phala vat vijnana shravanat. Dekho. That which is gained as a result. See? न च अर्थवादत्वेवं वाक्यानुगन्तं शक्यम अपूर्व विधानपराणि च वाक्यानि प्रति उपासनोपदेशं लक्ष्यन्ते अतिष्ठा सर्वेषां भूतानाम् इत्यादीनि तदनुरूपाणि च फलानि श्रूयते सर्वत्र श्रूयते विभक्तानि अर्थत्वात् एतत् सामञ्जस्य. So when this was said, I will tell you in short that this is arthavad. Arthavad means what? Saying something to mean something. Like in simple example, Bhagwan Ram tells when first time he meets Hanumanji that he is dearer to me like Bharata. Now one moment you have seen and he became dearer than Bharata. This is called Arthavad. Something is glorified to establish the greatness of others. So, katham tarhi etavad viditam bhavati iti. Why then etavada viditam bhavati? No, by knowing this much only why the Brahman is not known. So now hereafter a lot of commentary is done. We will come to the last portion of this commentary. नैष दोषा अधिकृतापेक्षत्वात् ब्रह्मोपदेशार्थम ही शुश्रूषवे अजात शत्रवे अब्रह्म अमुख्य ब्रह्म विथ गार्ग्यः प्रवृत्तः. This is very important. Gargya, he was what he was? Brahmopadeshartham, he, for giving the Brahma Upadesh, Shushrusave, the one who was ready to listen, who was Ajata Shatru, Ajata Shatrave, Amukhya Brahma with Gargya Pravruttaha. Gargya was not the Mukhya Brahmavid. He was Amukhya Brahmavid. Meaning what? He knew Brahman with reference to something. See, he did not know the absolute reality. Therefore, he was all the time referring to this. Yesterday, probably I told you in Keno Upanishad, these were the teacher case दे रहे थे. यदि मन्य से सुवेदेति दहरमेवापि नूनम त्वम इत्थ ब्रह्मणो रूपम यदस्य त्वम देवेषु अतनु मीमांसमेवते. See, whatever you have tried to understand the Brahman was with reference to this way. Na tatra chakshur gacchati, na vag gacchati, na manaha, na vidmaha, na vijanimaha, yatha etat anushishyat. Okay, I have understood now. What is your understanding with reference to the sense organs, organs of action, mind, etc. See, so what will be the result? That I am Brahman, but stones and bricks, they are not Brahman. So Dvaita will be there. See, here the same principle is brought. So Brahmopadesharthami Shushu Savi Ajata Shatravi Amukya Brahma with Gargya Pravruttaha. So he who doesn't know the truth, he wanted to tell Ajata Shatru the reality. So Yukta Eva Mukya Brahma with Ajata Shatruna Mukya Brahma with Gargya Vaktum. Therefore, this Ajata Shatru who knew the truth in totality without reference to anything, to him, to that Gargya, whatever Ajata Shatru said, that yan mukhyam brahma vaktum pravrittam tanna janishe iti. So what you have known is only the relational Brahman, not the absolute Brahman. See? So what is the relational Brahma? The son, the husband, the father is relational Brahman. The absolute Brahma is man. In the same manner, the Brahman as the Jiva, Brahman as the Buddhi, Brahman as the various things which he has told, sense organs, mind, etc. This is only the conditioned one, not the absolute one. See? So, you are just trying to tell me only that, but do you know the absolute? Yad Mukhya Brahma Vijnanavan api Pratyakhayeta. See? So we have to know the truth without reference to anything. It is something like that. When we know, do not know somebody, then we have some reference. See, sometimes people come and meet us. And by God's grace, I don't remember anybody or any event. Mind is absolutely blank. Nothing is stored. Select, shift, delete. So they come and, Swamiji, do you recognize? No, I don't recognize. Straight away. So, do you remember, we used to come there for your talk and you talked to my child also and you liked him also and you gave him chocolate and all that. Do you remember? I don't remember. You came to his house, I also came there. So, I do not know that lady. So, she is trying to give the references. And then after I get tired, I say, oh, now I know. Jute. It's all lie. I don't know. See? It cannot be known objectively. Knowing is only by being. But what this Garge was doing, he was trying to tell objectively. And what is told objectively is with reference to something. Therefore, yad mukhya brahma vijnanam api pratyakhayet yad amukhya brahma vijnanam adi pratyakayet. Therefore, this relational relative Brahman has to be rejected. Na tavadeva eti na bruyad. Therefore, na kinchit jnatam toi etyeva bruyad. Therefore, I know the truth really, little bit. There is nothing like little or more. Absolute cannot be known fractionally. Either you know or you do not know. See, can you say about anybody, is this person trustworthy if I keep him as my servant? He is maybe 80% trustworthy. So, in short, he is not trustworthy. Either he is trustworthy 100% or he is not trustworthy. There are no fractions in the truth. See? And what this Garge was doing was telling the fractional reality with reference to this and that. And what was he telling all the time? That the absolute expressing through the relative as somebody. See? And this is what it was wrong as the absolute reality. तस्मात् भवन्ति एतावद् अत्य विद्या विषये ब्रह्मणि. Therefore, whatever you are told is only in the field of ignorance, avidya. एतावद् विज्ञान द्वारत्वाच परब्रह्म विज्ञानस्य युक्तमेव वक्तुं नैतावता विदितं भवति इति. सो कहाँ गया? एतावत् विज्ञान युक्तमेव वक्तुम. So whatever he has told is only just entry. It is not the ultimate. You have just come to the point, but not reached the understanding. So vaktum naitavad vidyam. Therefore it was told that you have not understood it completely. You are right to some extent, but not fully. So avidya vishaye vidyayatvam nama rupa karmarpakam chaishan tritiya adhyaya darshita. In our earlier chapter we have seen what is the field of ignorance. Nama, rupa and karma. Rupa is the objective world. Nama is the subjective person. See? And karma is done by the body. Three things. Rupa is the world, Nama is the doer, and the one who, Nama is the mind through which the object is known, and karma is done by the doer. Three. Therefore, avidya vishedneyatva nama rupa karmatmakam chaisham tritiya adhyaya nirnitam. Tasmad naitavata viditam bhavati iti bruvatam adhikam brahma jnatavyam asti darshitam bhavati. Therefore, only this much what you are told is not enough. That is not the ultimate. Therefore, adhikam brahmam jnatavyam asti iti darshitam bhavati. Therefore, you have to know further. It is not enough. See? तच्च अनुपसन्नाय न वक्तव्यम इत्याचार विधिज्ञः गार्ग्यः स्वयमेव आह उपत्वा यानीति उपगच्छानीति त्वाम यथान्यः शिष्यो गुरु. Now this Gargya, he knew that to know the Brahman, tad vijnanatham gurumeva vigachet samitpanihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. He knew this. That to know the truth, you have to go to the Guru, Shrotriya Brahmanishta, and with all sincerity and dedication, and then the truth will be told. Bhagavad Gita also says the same thing. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tattvadachana. In this manner, Gargya knew this thing. Therefore, tacha anupasannaya na vaktavyam. But those who are not sincere, those who have not approached, those who do not ask, this truth should not be told. See? And now you see here our online things are going on. Now among the virtual audience, whosoever is listening, among them, those who are not qualified, they will not be steady in listening. Once in a while they will come and say, oh, it was a nice joke, and they only listen joke and go away. But those who are committed, they are only able to hold on to this because they are adhikari. So here also, tacha anupasannaya na vaktavyam. Those who are not dedicatedly committed themselves, to them the Brahma Tattva should never be told. Swayam this was known by Garga, therefore he himself said, Upatva yaniti. Therefore I approach you with all sincerity, like a Shishya approaches a Guru. So this is what is important to know. Now here, the greatness of Ajatashatru is so beautiful. Sahovacha Ajatashatruhu प्रतिलोमम चैतद ब्राह्मणः क्षत्रियम उपेयाद अब्रह्म मे वक्ष्यतीति वेवं त्वाद्यपयिष्यामि इति त्वं पाणावादायोत्तस्थौ तौह पुरुषं सुप्तम आजग्मतुः तैः नामभिः आमन्त्रयाञ्चक्रे बृहन् पाण्डरवासः सोम राजन् इति स नो तत्थौ तं पाणिना पेशं बोधयाञ्चकार स होतस्थौ. Now what is said in this thing? Ajatashatru said, Saho vacha Ajatashatru. Pratilomam viparitam cha etat. This is wrong. Why? Yad brahmana uttama varna acharyatve adhikritaha san. Actually, Brahmana is the one qualified, having adhikar to teach the Kshatriya. It is not the other way around. It is not, giving the job to any damn person. See? You have seen the result in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Only giving job is their criteria. But find out after you give job to somebody, is he doing justice to the job or not? See? And this is how the fall of any country, any nation comes. And this is what is the democracy. Unqualified people are and corrupt people are elected because those who are electing, they are equally corrupt. Or by the bullet or by the gundagardi, they will like to get elected and then they become education minister who has not even passed standard 10th. They become education minister. See? This is the reason of the fall of democracy. So, yad brahmana uttama varna acharyatve adhikritaha san. So only the qualified people. So brahmana, kshatriya, vaishya, shudra, this is qualification of the type of people. See, those who are knowledge oriented, therefore vairagya, etc., they are qualified for teaching. We are not talking about the cross belt brand, no. Then the second one is the kshatriya, who are to be guided by the brahmanas. So, pratilopam viparitam chetat. This is ulta ho gaya, it is wrong. What is wrong? Brahman is being taught by the kshatriya? No. Yad brahmana uttama varnam acharyatve adhikrita san kshatriyam anacharya svabhavam upayeyat. See? So kshatriya is not qualified to teach. Upagache shishya vritya brahmame vakshati iti. And this is wrong. Etad achara vidhi shastreshu nishiddham. So, according to the Achara Shastra, what should be done, do's and don'ts, this is absolutely negated. Tasmat tishtatvam acharya eva san. Therefore, you continue to be the Acharya. I am not your Guru. See how important it is. Here we just teach some Gita chanting to the children and we become their Guru. See? Therefore, Bhagwan therefore, the great masters always tell, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, never take the position of a guru. Don't make anybody as your servant. Don't have any sevak with you. See, you will see most of the Babaji, they have got their servant with them, always. Where is my handkerchief? Where is my nose? Wipe it. See? How important it is. So, etat achara vidhi shastreshu nishiddham. Don't take service from anybody. We are here to serve. So, vidnya paishyam evatvam. Even then I shall tell you. Yasmin vidite Brahma vididam bhavati. Yat tad mukhyam Brahma vedyam. So having known which, the Brahman is known, and that is the absolute. Mukhya Brahma. What you are told is the relational Brahman, not the absolute one. तम गार्ग्य सरज्यमानालक्ष विश्रम्भ जननाय पाणव हस्त आदाय गृहीत्वा उत्थौ उत्थितवान. See how greatness of Ajata Shatru is. So when Ajata Shatru saw when Ajatashatru saw that Garge was feeling ashamed of himself, that see, to Ajatashatru, I came to teach him Brahman, and now I know nothing. See? He was feeling ashamed. I came here and started teaching. So, Sarajyaman Mahalaksha Vishrambha Jananaya. Then, to remove that sense of shamefulness from the mind of Gargya, what Ajatashatru did, Panav Hasta Adaya Gruhitva. He held his hand. Come on, let's go. I'll talk to you on Brahman. But you continue to be the Guru. I am not your Guru. Okay? See? Greatness. Vidya Vinayana Shobhate, not argumentainer. See how important. These are the qualities of the right Acharya. Acharyavan Purusho Veda. Never the teacher should make the student feel that they are good for nothing. No. The teacher should be able to bring out the hidden dormant potentiality from the disciple. Then he is a teacher. Not only condemning, this right, this wrong. No. And therefore, Panav Hasta Adaya Gruhitva Tathau Uttitavan. So, he held him and come on, get up. Now let us think about it. तौह गार्ग्या जात शत्रु पुरुष सुप्तम राजगृह प्रविदेशे कचित आजग्मुतुर आगतौ. Then both of them went in the palace, and there was somebody who was sleeping, so they wanted to wake him up. So tam cha purusham suptam prapya, having approached that sleeping person, etaihi namabihi. By this name, they address the Ajata Shatru addressed that sleeping person. What he said? Ete namabi bruhan pandarvasaha soma rajan ittehi itari amantriya chakre. Iti etehi amantrayan chakre. See, Sanskrit, you break it. It breaks your head sometimes. So, by these various names, that sleeping person was addressed and asked to wake up. Evam amantryam manaha api sa supto na tasthau. Although he was called by his various names, he did not get up. Tam apratibudhyamanam panina apeshavisham pisha bodhayanchakara pratibodhitavan. See? Then what happened? He did not get up. Then tam pratibudhyamanam, just to wake him up, panina by his hand, apesham pisha, 2-3 times he was pressed. And bodhayanchakara pratibodhitavan, and thus the sleeping person became awake. Tena sa hotasthau, and then he got up. Tadyo gargena abhipretaha nasau asmin sharire karta bhokta brahmeti. See? Therefore he was indirectly told, see Gargya, what you are thinking, that the doer, enjoyer, sufferer is the Brahma, that is not the truth. In the subsequent mantras it will come. In the deep sleep, where the doer, enjoyer, sufferer goes. If the Jiva is the Atma, then where does he go in deep sleep? Therefore, Jiva is conditioned Brahman, not the real. But this is what happens. We mistake the conditioned reality and the absolute reality. And thereafter the whole life goes only in dharma, upasana, yoga. You see, the maximum thinking is only on this thing. How to be healthy, you take this thing, your cough will go, you do this thing, your longevity you will be able to become old, and all these things. Nobody wants to know the truth. See? Shravanayapi bahubhi yonalabhyaha. Hardly there is anybody who wants to know the truth. So, na asau asmin sharire karta bhokta brahmeti. Therefore, whatever Garge was thinking, that is doer, enjoyer is the Brahman. No, that is not the Brahman. Now hereafter, a lot of discussions continue. See? And all these discussions ultimately come to negate that the Jiva as the Jiva is not the Brahman, but the Paramatma is expressing as the Jiva, and this we have to recognize. See? So, coming to the conclusion of all the discussion, Visheshavata hi sopadhikasya samvyavahartha gunaguni bhavaha na viparitasya. See? So, Visheshata hi sopadhikasya. When we are talking about the conditioned reality, sopadhika, samvyavarartha, is only because we have to conduct the business of life. So when we call somebody as a husband, father, brother, wife, children, this is only for vyavahara, but they are not real. Real is the man and woman. See, friends. So we are so much accustomed and buried in these conditioned expressions of the truth that we are unable to get out of it. This is what we told in some other reference, that the mother, father, brother, sister, etc., they are gaunatma. Then I am body is the mithyatma, and I am a dreamer is the pratibhas. It isn't pratibhasik atma. And then when the person wants to know the truth, then he enters the spiritual path. That is the Paramarthik Atma. Paramarthik Atma means he is not interested in the relative world. Like a waker is not interested in the dream world, in the same manner. The seeker of the truth is not interested in the relative world. Paramarthik Atma. Then what he does, he is not getting too much involved in this world. Getting involved in this world is the Vyavaharik Atma. But we have to get out of this Vyavahar. Enough is enough. See? It is so simple, my friends. Yesterday I gave you this example. Ganges begin from Gangotri, and goal of Ganges is to reach Ganga Sagar. On the way, so many villages, towns, cities are benefited. That is not the criteria for the journey of this Ganges. Then what is that? That is a byproduct. Goal is Ganga Sagar. In the same manner, whatever we are doing, is it for helping the world? See? No. Only know the truth. See? Visheshavata hi sopadhikasya samvivarata gunaguni bhava. It is only the sopadhik Brahma, where these are the attributes and these are the duties, these should be attained in this manner. Guni bhava. See? Guni is sugar and guna is sweetness. See? Gudi is chili and guna is the pungency. See? Guni guna bhavaha sopadhigasya. The man is guni and he is husband is the guna. Na viparitasya. And therefore, the viparita here will be the nirupadhika Brahma. There is no guni guna bhavaha, there is only absolute one. So, विशेषवता ही सोपाधिकस्य संव्यवहारार्था गुणि गुणि गुण भावा न विपरीतस्य निरुपाख्यो ही विजिज्ञायपैश्रितः सर्वस्य उपनिषदि सर्वस्याम उपनिषदि. So all the Upanishads bring us to the nirupadik Brahma. Satyam jnanam anantam Brahma यो वेद निहितं गुहायां परमे व्योमन्न सो श्रुते सर्वान् कामान् सह ब्रह्मणा विपश्चितेति. In between my throat wants something sweet. So esha neti neti iti upasamharat. Therefore, Upanishads ultimately talk about the language of negation. Arupam, ashabdam, agandham, arasam. See? So when all attributes are given up, the attributeless, formless reality is to be recognized as one's own being, a parokshanubhuti. See? But what happens? We get lost only on the way. Therefore, the Brahman which Garge has told was only the Sopadika Brahma, not Nirupadika Brahma. Now, in the next mantra, the teacher takes up the theme. What is the Nirupadik Brahma and what happens in deep sleep? What is the meaning of the sleep? So hovacha ayata shatru yatresha etat supto abhut ya esha vijnanamayaha purushaha va esha tada bhut kutaha etan agaditi taduhane na mene gargyaha. Now this ayata shatru has asked, what you are talking about the Vijnanamaya Purusha, the Jiva. See? And that person, he was sleeping. See? So where was he? See? Remember, on this we have given you one homework. Find out who makes this statement. I had good sleep, but in between I had bad dreams. Who can make this statement? Same point is here. So, Sahovacha Ajata Shatru evam Ajata Shatru Vyatirikthatma Stitvam Pratipadya Gargya Uvacha. See? एवं अजात शत्रु व्यतिरिक्त आत्मा अस्तित्वम. So, Atma has to be recognized without reference to body. See? So, Gargyam Uvacha. Through Gargya he said, Yatra yasmin kyale esha vijnanamaya purusha et swapanam supto abhut prag pani peshat pratibodhat. See? When this person who was sleeping, Etat Swapanam Suptaha, when he was sleeping, Abhut Prakpani, before we have praised him, before that, where was he? Because don't forget the story. Gargya and Ajatashatru, they went to that person who was sleeping and they called him by name, but he did not respond. Then he was physically pressed by the hand and he got up. Now the question comes. In the deep sleep, where your Atma, the Jiva, Vijnanamaya, what you told that this is the Brahman, where was it? Where was the Jivatma? Where was the Vijnanamaya? Where was the conditioned Brahman? Where was the relational Brahman? Where it was? See? And then question comes, where from it has come? So what is the meaning of this Jiva? See? Tasmin Labhyatvam tena cha upalabhyatvam alabdhutvam cha katham punar mayato anekartatve prayartham etar avagamyate. So, kindly tell this thing. Who is that Jiva? Who is that Vijnana? See? So, this we have to tell us. So, ayam Atma Brahma Vijnanamaya Manomaya. Now the teacher says, this Atma, what you are talking about is Vijnanamaya Kosha, not the Brahman. Then, iti evam ado prayartha eva prayoga darshanat para vijnana vikara tvasya aprasiddhatvat ya esha Vijnanamaya. So, this Vijnanamaya Kosha where it was, where it has gone. See? Therefore, where was it? Kva esha tadabhut, kuta etat agat, and where from it has come. This is what Garge should have asked, but Garge did not ask. गार्गेण एव पृष्ठव्यम आसीत् तथापि गार्गेण न पृष्ठमिति नो दास्ते अजात शत्रु. Therefore, न उदास्ते अजात शत्रु said, if you are not interested, I will not talk. No. He took up that topic. बोधयितव्य एवेति प्रवर्तते. And then, no, I must tell him, he is dumbfounded now. Because if we are asking this question, where the Jiva goes in deep sleep, if you think you are Jiva, if you think you are somebody, you are husband, wife, brother, rich, poor, man, woman, educated, uneducated, where do you go in deep sleep? See? Come on here, I am not interested. Chalo, chai pite, let's have a cup of tea. To such people, truth cannot be known. But the teacher knew that here is student Gargya sincerely wanted to know. Therefore, now udaste ajata shatru. So he was not indifferent to what Gargya was. Therefore, ajata shatru said, bodhitavya eva pravartate. No, he must be told properly. Nipaishyama eveti pratidnyatatvat. Therefore, he has decided, okay, I shall reveal you the truth. Evamaso vitpadyamanopi nagargyaha yatraisha atma bhut praka pratibodhan yataschaitat agama gamanat तदुभयम न वित्पेदे वक्तुम वा प्रविष्टुम कार्यो ह न मेने न ज्ञातवान. Therefore, when this question was asked by Ajatashatru, so before waking up, see, and after he has come, both the things. First, before waking up, where he was, and after he was awake, where from he has come. These two things he could not answer, Gargya. And therefore, the teacher Ajatashatru now tells the student Gargya. So hovacha Ajatashatru atraisha etat supto abhut ya esha vijnanamaya purusha tadesham prananam vijnanena vijnanam adaya य एषो अंतर्हृदये आकाश तस्मिन् शेते तानि यदा गृह्णात अथ हयत पुरुषः स्वपीति नाम तद्गृहीत एव प्राणो भवति गृहीता वाक् गृहीतं चक्षुर् गृहीतं श्रोत्रं गृहीतं मनः. Now the Ajatashatru decided to tell. स होवाच अजातशत्रु विविक्षितार्थम समर्पणाय. He decided to tell. यत्र एष एतत् सुषुप्तो अभूत् य एष विज्ञानमय पुरुषः क्वैष तदाभूत्. See, where from it has come, कुत एतद् आगतम्. See, so during the sleep, where he was, and when he was awake, where from he has come. Yat pruchhama tashrunum. Now, this is what I ask you. Now, listen, I shall tell you. Yatraisha etat suptaha abhut tat tada tasmin kale esham vagadinam prananam vijnanena antakarana gata bhi vyakti विशेष विज्ञानेन उपाधि स्वभाव जनितेन आदाय विज्ञानम वागादिना स्वस्व विषयगत सामर्थ्यम गृहीत्वा य एषो अंतर मध्ये हृदयाकाशः य आकाश शब्देन पर एव स एव आत्मा उच्यते तस्मिन् स्वे आत्मनि आकाशे शेते स्वाभाविके असंसारिके. हाउ ब्यूटिफुल इट इज. नाउ व्हाट इज सेड. This point also we have explained many times. Parabrahma Paramatma, step 1. There is no question to be asked about it. And apply this principle on yourself. See? We have to ourselves know. Nobody can help us. Do we have question about our being? Do we have any question about whether I am or I am not? No. That is the truth. So if we want to know the truth, what should be the spiritual practice? Spiritual practice should be, don't ask questions. Questions are about others. Questions are about finite. See, यत्र एत सुप्तो अभूत तत्तदा तस्मिन् काले. So, be attentive. Absolute reality is beyond question. Then, because of the conditioning, expresses in two ways. And what is the conditioning? Its own potentiality, called avyakta namni paramesha shakti. You call it unmanifest potentiality of Brahman. Unmanifest potentiality, also called as Shakti, Maya, etc. Now, this Brahman with his own unmanifest potentiality, when the potentiality is awakened, why? No why. Because of Swatantra Shakti, its own freedom. See? No reason. Like that. Meaning, go beyond cause and effect. Don't get lost into unwanted questions. So, this Brahman, with invocation of his own potentiality, is called as Ishvara. Now, this Ishvara further goes. When expressing through the condition which he is not able to express as Chetana, become the inert word. The same Ishvara, expressing through the Chetana, become the Jiva. Paramatma, potentiality, Ishvara, Jada Jagat, and Chetan Jiva. Now in the Chetan Jiva, this Chetana expresses as the Buddhi, Buddhi expresses as the mind expresses as the sense organs, organs of action and prana, and they express as the world. This is how the fall come down. Okay. So what should be the spiritual practice? Start from the world, come to the sense organs, come to the mind, come to the intellect, come to the Chetana and merge in the Absolute. This is what is mentioned here. Yatra esha eta supta abhut tat tada tasmin kale, in the deep sleep, the one who goes to sleep, esha vagadinam prananam vijnane antakarnagata bihi vyaktihi vishesha vijnanena upadhi svabhava jaritena. See? So here the life, prana is life. This prana with the conditioning of the antakarana, the buddhi, etc., how conditioned it is expressing itself. And then vishesha jnanena upadhi svabhava jaritena. Then various kinds of upadhis are created, such as the organs of action, speech, nose, etc. And then swasva vishagat samartham gritva. Then the vision goes in the colors and forms, the nose goes in the smell, etc. Gritva. Ya esha antar hruday madhye hruday akashe. So in this conscious space alone, he was, and from there only he comes out. See? Ya akasha shabden eva swa atma uchyate. See, friends, extremely simple to know where the wave goes when it dies. See, ignorant person will say it goes to the ocean. Wise man will say it goes to the water. The ignorant person is an intellectual. And intellectuals will be always talking in that language. Therefore, where this man who is sleeping, where does he go and where from he has come? This is the inquiry. We will continue it tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.